All right, I'm in Europe and I thought I'm gonna give you guys a quite interesting tour how the European people live, what they are eating, what they are buying, and most importantly, what kind of dirt bikes they have. Are they different than what we have in the States? Which is, I can tell you, and you probably know that it is, but how much is that different really is? And what's the experience overall to check out these dirt bikes and potentially buying these dirt bikes? So walk you guys through it and make you understand how different is the European people live. We're gonna doing a little detour before we're going to the KTM dealer and see what really the KTM experience is. As you can see, I already bought some stuff from them, but in order to really understand how the European people live, we have to do a little cultural experience because the difference is just massive compared to the way we are living in the States. So to begin with, we went into a hotel, and for the European people, the coffee is essential item. They prefer that any time of the day, and it comes in the small sizes, and it's definitely not a Starbucks. Very strong, very tasteful. All of their dessert is like a little art. It's extremely well worth it to try it out. We actually spent 3 days over here, and the breakfast and the dinner was included. And you pretty much could choose everything whatever you like, both times, either morning or in the evening. Whatever you like to eat, it was done, ready, or they make it for you. And the whole experience cost about $230 per day. So it's something very well worth it, especially if you look at it, the value of our money. What I found out mainly they have kind of less money and better lifestyle, or more like need for a better lifestyle, which is kind of sounds controversial and funny. But what I mean by let's just cut to the chase. The most common stuff for us is the burger, right? The hamburger. When you're eating a hamburger over here, it's a Michelin star hamburger, which is, if you don't know what the Michelin star is, that's the best rating what European restaurants can have. So what I did, I actually ended up going to one of these Michelin star restaurant and ordered a burger for you guys, so you can see firsthand how different is the experience to having a burger over here than it is in the States. First of all, the size is tiny compared to ours. The taste is quite different, and the overall experience when you're eating these burgers, it's not much of a difference. You're eating burgers literally, but we had 3 burgers, desserts, and ending up costing us $78 in a Michelin star restaurant, which is, you can see on the video, the surrounding and the area where you're eating these burgers are quite well built out. It's not the same as what we have in the States, I would say, and the service are definitely not the same. They even put the people name out on the receipt who serviced you, and if you are satisfied or unsatisfied, those are the people who actually benefit from your satisfaction or not. But the experience is quite overwhelming, if you came from the US. And even just walking in these old European streets are quite, it's like nothing else experience. When you see these old castles, or even when you just walk up to one of the hills over here and look at those buildings, the tourists just walking around, it's just crazy. It's just, there is, no word for a US eye when they actually see something like that. It's like, they definitely build a European way of life when it comes to it. And that brings up my point. When you go to a KTM dealer in Europe, when I walked into it, my first thought was, why we don't have these? we have more to spend. You know, we buying more bikes. We're technically a biggest buyer pretty much in the planet, along with China, and we don't have that much to offer by KTM than they do over here. What I mean by the type of bikes, the type of setup, the clothing, what I like. If you want to have a husky, you can buy husky shoes, a husky full clothing, a husky backpack. I mean everything. And besides your husky dirt bike, which can be special edition or whatever you want, you know, like full special edition, or every single husky type you can buy it. Or if you want to have a gas, guess what? You can go to the gas section at the same dealer and you can buy every special edition what they have, all the gas clothing, no exception, no size problems, everything is in stock. Or if you decide, you know what, I'm gonna go with KTM, guess what? You can do the same thing. You can buy all the KTM models, all the special edition KTM models, and all the gas clothing, and we are still at the same store. Can you imagine? Where did you see that in Europe, in the United States? I mean, I went to a lot of dealers from all the way up to New York, but you know, I never experience something like that. And not just that, but these guys take it a step further. And I don't know if you know that, but KTM recently purchased MV Agusta, which is, they also got rid of it just recently. They own 51% of that motorcycle manufacturer. But since they have that financial situation, they just decided to, you know what, no, we don't need that now. And they just give it back to them. And but when you go to the dealer, the bikes are still there, and those bikes are, oh my God, I never see anything like that. And especially the way they're treating those bikes, they put them on the carpet, you know, the surrounding, it's just mind-blowing. I have no word for it. Literally, it's just, the luxury of surrounding is just amazing. And you still at the same dealership, it's just unbelievable, you know, like the treatment. If you wanna buy a bike, you go to one place and you have it all. I mean, to me, that's just like you know, the dirt bike heaven, I guess, because you can have everything. I don't know why the KTM doesn't offer that kind of service in the States where there is money at. So these guys over here, I asked them, they were quite nice. They didn't hold any information back. They were extremely nice, and they saying they sell average 15 dirt bikes a month, and they just ordered another 150 dirt bikes, which is they're supposed to receive in March. Because the business for them, it's no better, no worse. It's kind of average. It just flows. They're not affected by the KTM money situation. People over here still buying the bikes. They not worry about it much as we do in the States, far as getting supplies, because KTM is still supplying them like it's nothing happened. So they don't really have issues with that. But oh my God! I mean, back to the overall experience over here. People, but the way I see it, people getting much more, but apparently they cannot really buy it because the living cost over here is too high, and the money what they're making is too little. Most people over here can even afford to have these bikes. So the dealer saying the people coming from a lot of surrounding countries, and that's how they having these numbers coming together each month, and farmers buying these bikes. And he was kind of funny, making fun of those guys, you know, the way they talk and such. I'm not getting into it, but he was making fun of them. They buying these bikes and they don't even know really what they are buying. You just make sure they have the right tire on it so they can use it on the street, so they want to go into the store and to the farm. So that's another difference between the way we're doing things and the way these guys doing things over here. But mainly they cannot afford these bikes the way we could, and we don't have this service what they have. So come on, what kind of world we live in? I mean, I don't know why it's like that. If you know, tell me, because I'm really curious why. You probably can get this stuff online, but it's not the same experience. I can tell you that firsthand. When you walk into this store and you can have everything, whatever you like, in one shot, it just, nothing can beat that experience. But anyway, that's just my thought. I thought I'm gonna show you guys around what's going on over here. These footage are quite nice, so I just couldn't resist not to put it out there to you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying your holiday as much as I do, and I'll catch you on the next one.